And now the Adventures of Nick and Willikins.
This is England. Actually, that's a lie. We're really getting off on the wrong foot here. I don't want you thinking that I'm one of those unreliable narrators. No, this is not England at all. This is, in fact, a barely coherent caricature of England perpetrated by two men who have never even left North America. Consequently, the game you're about to play will almost certainly be riddled with inaccuracies, anachronisms, and bad accents. Like truly terrible accents you people don't even want to know. Anyway, they dragged me out of retirement to tell this story, and I'm not about to waste my extremely valuable time defending the ill-conceived choices of its writers. So, moving on. This is England. And this is the ancestral home of the wealthy and powerful Nick family, currently presided over by its last surviving male heir, young Nick of Nick Hall. Assisting Nick in the extremely complicated business of washing and dressing himself, along with the general maintenance of Nick Hall itself, we have this man. He answers to the name Willikins, but his young master has called him so many other things. Willikins is also one of the last of a dying breed. A breed of dedicated manservants tirelessly devoted to the well-being of their assigned charges, no matter the circumstances.
I cannot overstress the importance of following the instructions of one's master, no matter how seemingly misguided, unethical, or even mortally dangerous they might be. Ours is to serve, not to question. All of this being said, one does have some latitude when it comes to addressing one's betters. Traditionally, it is acceptable to adopt one of the three basic attitudes, as observed and practiced by the great Western powers of servitude. The first, and one to which I must admit a bit of bias, is the British method, which stresses politeness and civility. This method is kind without being overly familiar, good enough to sustain an empire of nearly 1,000 years, so certainly good enough for the likes of you. Second is the one preferred by our American brethren, the friendly approach, presenting the illusion of being the master's equal, despite the fact that you both clearly know which of you is the lord and which is the lorded. Finally, there's the aggressive method, typically employed by our old friends, the Germans. No great surprise there, while obviously not advocating outright hostility towards the master. It does emphasize the notion that even the most noble among us may, on occasion, require a bit of helpful prodding. Right, so, young Willikins, kindly choose one of these methods and demonstrate it to me and the rest of the class.
As you wish, sir.
Ah, the classic, polite, British method. Trying to get on my good side then, eh, boy? Mr. Willikins, you'll make a fine manservant someday.
Willikins, you're the worst manservant what ever lived. Now stop daydreaming about your boring past and tend to my needs.
So begins another exhausting day for me here at Nick Hall.
Too right, Willikins. As per our usual routine, I have prepared an itinerary of daily activities for you.
Oh, good.
Item 1. Much like the princess in that story about the wee-stained mattress, I have detected something amiss with my bed. Have a look under there, won't you?
Very good, sir. There he is, the person to whom I have dedicated my entire working life. Ah, so there is something under here. A charger for a mobile phone.
That's what we call cellular phones in England.
Rather. I'll just tidy this up then.
Adequate job, Willikins. 5 out of 10. Honestly, you must try harder.
Oh, must I?
Now then, item the second. I'm hungry.
You're mungry, sir?
Hungry, with an H. Now, I know you have some food scribbled away on your person, and I demand that you feed it to me forthwith and hence. Here too. And such. I'm sure I demanded something immediately, but I'm getting much too hungry to remember now. But I'm definitely not letting you leave this room till you remember it and then do it. I'm sure I demanded something immediately, but I'm getting much too hungry to remember now. But I'm definitely not letting you leave this room till you remember it and then do it.
I'm honestly not sure if Master Nick has found a dog food that strongly resembles diamonds, or if he's trained his mangy little dog to actually eat diamonds. Neither would surprise me. The dog's bed costs more than I make in a decade. So naturally the little bastard hasn't touched the thing in at least as long. It's a rubbish bin. Rubbish goes in here.
And yet you're not in it.
It's a sink, or basin? Blast, where's my English to American dictionary? Hilarious. This is a device for cleaning French bums. It's criminally underused. That's Mr. Quacker's. He's mine, and I love him. Here in England, we refer to the esteemed gentleman as Master Bubble. These are meant to say N+S, meaning us. No, I don't get it either. Also, that's not actually what they say, so I suppose that's as close to resolved as we're likely to get round here. There appears to be some writing on that bottle, but I can't read it from here.
Cool, Willikins. Am I owed a tax incentive for employing an illiterate?
You've never paid a tax in your life, sir. In fact, I'm rather concerned that...
Nobody cares what you think, Willikins. You can't even read.
These were prescribed by Master Nick's personal psychiatrist, Dr. Gesund. The label details the type of medication, recommended dosage, and a contact number for the good doctor. I'm not sure why I bother. He'll inevitably reject this and any subsequent offerings, no matter what they are. Sums up my existence rather neatly, I suppose. Pizza, hamburger, sir.
Cool, that old thing. You made me that yesterday. It's rubbish. Bung it down a loo.
Of course, sir. That'll be the first of, no doubt, many then.
Thanks, Willikins. Proper mental care is no joking matter.
Indeed, sir. We shan't be making snarky comments about that.
Too right. Now that important business is settled, I want you to go downstairs and prepare me some proper brekkie. You know what I like. I want you to take at least 2 seemingly incompatible food items and combine them in a new and interesting way. Or an old and boring way, what I've forgotten about. Go on, off you go.
Very good, sir.
Oh, and Willikins,
Sir?
remember it's Thursday, which means you may only prepare the items on my revised menu of foods what I will only eat on Thursdays. You will know these foods when you see them.
Right, that thing. Very, as I said once already, good, sir. We don't actually know this person. I believe we purchased this painting in an estate sale of some kind. An ancient ancestor of Master Nick's, with whom he was also once romantically involved. Our history, like the history of most great English families, is complicated and a bit incestuous. Perfect for raw chicken, raw pork, and any other disease-carrying slabs of unprepared animal flesh. Master Nick's Thursday menu does indeed allow for this particular ingredient. Some cultures might look at an animal's organ and deem it inedible. But those cultures aren't British. This magnet lists the telephone number for emergency services, which, here in England, is 999. Well, now I've got a haddock. There appears to be something hidden just beneath this top layer of potatoes. Master Nick has rather cleverly hidden his cold, soggy chips under these raw potatoes. Well, you can't deny there's a certain logic to that. Master Nick's Thursday menu does indeed allow for this particular ingredient. Stuck away in storage when Master Nick couldn't work out how to type with them on. It's made of apples. Well, mostly apples. Frankly, I don't know whether to be confused or excited by this one. If my upper lip were any stiffer, my face wouldn't work. Every time I straighten that, Master Nick comes down here to crooked it. It's the only time he ever comes down here. Best to leave that where it is. It's a load-bearing muppet. Strategically placed to drip directly on my face whilst I sleep, regardless of the angle. Master Nick believes this is my favorite toy, but it doesn't even squeak. Great. We used to store this on a top shelf, but it kept rolling down and hitting Master Nick on the head, concussing all manner of alternate personalities into him. It would appear that a brand new pair of rubber gloves, or hand wellies as Master Nick calls them, has fallen into the bin. Theoretically, this is for sitting in. But I'm the only person who ever visits this room, and I'm forbidden to sit. So I'm not sure what its actual purpose is. In medieval times, that was used to wash clothes in. Now it's mostly for preparing something that Master Nick calls trouser stew. Perfect for raw chicken, raw pork, and any other disease-carrying slabs of unprepared animal flesh. Slapping things on a slice of warm bread, a technology both created and mastered by the British.
Positively revolting. Honestly, Willikins, I don't know what you think you're bloody doing in that kitchen. But I've half a mind to just say sod it and prepare my own brekkie.
Indeed, sir.
Now bung this down a loo and make me something else. Now get your bum, and the rest of you, down to the kitchen and make me a proper meal. You know what they say, Willikins. Third time's probably going to be rubbish as well, because everything you do is rubbish.
Is that what they say, sir?
Well, that's what I say.
Well, I can't be sure, but I expect this does not bode well.
Has Nick done something untoward? Is it even possible to do something toward? And if he has, will Willikins remain loyal per the rigidly binding ancient codes of English servitude? Find out, well, now. Seriously, you didn't think we'd just stop here, did you? Who would give you just part of a game? That's just cruel.
That came from the entrance hall. Much as I am loath to do so, I suppose it's my duty to investigate. Now, I'm certain there was no corpse in this room when I tidied in here earlier. I suppose I'd better phone someone about this. The west wing is approximately 80% asbestos by design, so it's probably best to steer clear of that. Well, if you insist. Here I am.
It's about bloody time.
The battery for this mobile phone is bereft of life. It rests in peace. And that's quite enough of those references now, thank you.
That is a bit of a silly walk you're doing, Willikins, now you mention it.
Animators cost money, sir. I'm doing my best. It's still bloody charging, because of course it is, so I'll just leave it here and use the speaker function.
Emergency services, how may I direct your call?
Terribly sorry to trouble you, but a corpse has rather abruptly appeared, following a suspicious series of sound effects in our entrance hall.
Blimey, sir, that sounds serious. Our sat-nav tracker shows you're in Nick Hall, is that correct?
It is indeed. Well done, miss.
We'll send an inspector over at once.
I cannot thank you enough.
Morning all. I'm Detective Inspector Bobby of the West End Particulars.
Inspector Bobby of the Yard?
That'll be enough of that. Now then, I'm here about the corpse in your entrance hall.
Oh, that thing.
And this would seem to be a rather open and shut case. The victim, one Errol of Not Nick Hall, has clearly been murdered by you, Nick of Nick Hall.
You got nothing on me, coppers.
Actually, we've got quite a bit on you, sir. But under the circumstances being that you're rich, white, and clearly male, we can remand you to your residence of domesticity forthwith, and until such time as the court sees fit to hang you by your neck until dead.
That seems fair.
Oh, then I wasn't clear, was I? You, sir, are accused of murder and will be taking you away shortly. This will be very sad for you. And obviously for your manservant.
Yes, obviously.
So, just stay here and we'll be back for you soon. Cheerio!
Do people actually say cheerio?
Sir, I feel you're not taking this murder investigation seriously, and I must insist.
Oh, you must you? Well, I must. I must increase my bust.
Oh, dear Lord.
Willikins, what's a bust? And how do I increase it? And why would I want to?
Gentlemen, a crime has been committed, and it can only be solved by me, the greatest detective in all of England.
Oh, is that where we are?
Allow me to introduce myself. Special Inspector Clever Ruse at your service.
Well, if you're at my service, make me an egg.
My God, has this man been deprived of his breakfast? That in itself is a tragedy, but not a crime as such. Nevertheless, it's the most important meal of the day. Who's responsible for this grievous error in judgment?
That would be me.
You look after this lad, do you?
In a manner of speaking.
So clearly this incident is your fault.
Ooh, I hadn't considered that angle.
That's because you're not Clever Ruse, lad.
Sorry, not sure I'm following the logic here. How is this my fault? Are we going with the tired old Butler did it cliché?
For all we know, the tired old Butler did do it.
No. You misunderstand. Obviously, you're a man of breeding, sophistication, education. Oxford man, are you?
Cambridge, actually.
Oh. Well, we can't have everything, I suppose. In any case, they should have taught you. Even at a bin-liner school like Cambridge.
It was recently ranked the 4th best university in the world.
So not even worth a bronze, then, right? Your master's safety and well-being is your responsibility. Consequently, it falls to you to exonerate his lordship.
Really? I would have thought the great detective.
Here, take this. It's the official Clever Ruse My First Crime Scene Investigation colouring book. And that's colouring with a U, naturally.
Naturally.
This will guide even the most thick-witted Cambridge dunderhead through the process of forensic murder solvery. Essentially, it comes down to 4 elements. Motive, murder weapon, at least one corroborating witness, and proof of the suspect's sanity.
Good luck with all that, Willikins.
As you locate each of these, you may colour in, and that's colour with a U, the corresponding area of the page. When you've coloured the entire page, phone me, and I shall be along at once. Clever Ruse, away!
Oh, Willikins, did he just disappear in a cloud of smoke?
So it would appear.
Or disappear? Huh? Do you get it? Willikins? You still there?
That detective fellow gave me this. It's meant to track my progress in gathering the 4 elements that can exonerate Master Nick. Motive, murder weapon, proof of sanity, and a witness. As of now, I've managed to locate none of them. Excuse me, Master Nick.
Willikins, you heard that quirky detective. Stop running your bloody gob and go exonerate me of this crime. Also, I think he said something about a colouring book.
Ah, yes. My goals have indeed been clearly demarcated in the form of a child's activity book. Though surely you mean colouring, sir?
Why, what did I say?
All right, sir. That's about enough of you lounging about in there. I require you to come out immediately and help me determine what happened to the dead fellow downstairs. Well, that's more or less the reaction I expected. Sir, do you know any reason why someone might have murdered the gentleman in our entrance hall?
Is this like in weddings when the vicar asks if anyone has any reason why these two shouldn't be wed?
Almost nothing like that, sir.
Can't help you then, mate. Also, you're not my mate. I don't know why I just said that.
I don't know why you say most things, sir.
I think it has something to do with Free Willy.
Sir, is there any chance you saw anything relating to the murder downstairs? I realize it's a bit of an inconvenience to ask, but this may help prevent you from being England's first victim of capital punishment since Harold Wilson was Prime Minister.
Was Harold Wilson sent to the gallows? Core, I knew the Beatles were cross with him in that Taxman song, but I didn't realise they had the power to order someone dead.
Never mind. I'll sort this one out myself, then.
Knock yourself out, Willikins. Only do try not to knock yourself out. With you unconscious, I wouldn't have anyone to summon to clean up your worthless body.
Sir, the corpse in our entrance hall.
I thought it was a foyer. Foyer? Foyer. God, how do you say that anyway?
We'll circle back to that. My concern is the gaping hole in said corpse, and I was hoping you might have some insight as to what may have created it.
Willikins, what have I told you about hope?
You say that hope is the thing with feathers, and I should consider myself allergic to feathers.
Too right.
Except when I'm tending to your pet budgie.
And the budgie's the exception that proves the rule, isn't it?
I don't suppose you have any sort of documented proof of your own sanity lying about, sir.
What makes you think I'm sane, Willikins?
Because that would diminish the very real struggle undertaken by genuinely mentally ill people. You're not insane, sir. You're just an arsehole.
I feel like I should be offended by that, Willikins. Am I offended by that?
Oh, probably, but then you noticed something shiny and forgot all about it.
Forgot all about what?
Cool, there's been a right argy-bargy out there this morning, and I was described as a full-on foofera. What on earth is going on?
Well, ma'am, it seems there's been a murder in the entrance hall. We are currently looking into who the victim is and what exactly happened, but you'll be happy to know that Master Nick is, more or less, fine.
Well, in future, see that you keep your so-called manners someplace where I can't hear them. I nearly couldn't get back to sleep after all that racket.
Ah, the king of the jungle. Except the part where lions don't live in jungles, nor do they have royalty. So they're basically Americans. Master Nick insists that Antelope rhymes with Penelope. Master Nick planted the other antler in the back garden some time ago, and yet no deer have sprouted in that spot. Not actually the last unicorn as seen in the book and the movie of the same name. This is, in fact, the penultimate unicorn. Good morning, Miss Petunia. You're holding up well after the recent unpleasantness.
I always hold up well, quite firmly, some might say.
Some presumably must, yes. Miss Petunia, my dear, I wonder if you might tell me...
Yes?
The murder that happened in the entrance hall earlier. I was wondering if you might know of any reason why someone would kill a person here, in our home, and leave his body just inside our front door.
This may very well be the worst attempt at flirting I've ever encountered, and I met Oscar Wilde once.
Mum, Oscar Wilde was notoriously fond of his own kind, as, I have pointed out on numerous occasions, am I.
Your mouth says no, but your hips say.
Yes, that's quite enough of that now, thank you. So, you're certain you can't help me with this motive thing, then?
Quite.
Good morning, you delightful creature.
Oh, delightful, is it?
You wouldn't happen to have seen or heard anything suspicious this morning around Master Nick's third breakfast time?
Is that a bloody Tolkien reference? I've told you before I shan't be having with hobbits in my hall.
So you didn't see a murder, then?
Only the murder of people's good sense. Those books are bloody boring.
Pardon me, Mum.
What is it?
You may be aware of the corpse in our entrance hall.
Not so much aware as unaware, I'd say.
Yes. Well, there appears to be a hole directly in the center of the body, about 1 foot in diameter. I don't suppose you'd have any idea what might cause a wound like that?
Certainly nothing I could comfortably reference in a family-friendly setting, eh?
I'll just mark that down as a no, then. I wonder, my dear, if you might be able to help me locate proof of Master Nick's sanity. I applaud their efforts, but I dare say I've overcome significantly heartier barriers to my duties. Getting an idea of who this was and why he's here would be an excellent idea, and this police tape is hardly going to stop me. But I'd rather not contaminate the crime scene with my own fingerprints. I can't quite reach to turn him over, but I did manage to dislodge the man's wallet. There's very little in here. The identification says his name is... oh, it's Errol. The general ruffian and ne'er-do-well who frequently burgles our home. There also appears to be a note here that says, "In case of emergency, call this number." Well, that certainly sounds like a clue.
Hello, this is Nick.
Sir, I'm trying to determine who may have had a connection to the body in our entrance hall. Why on earth would you be answering a number that I found in the deceased's pocket?
Errol. As you know, Willikins, Errol's my friend. But I did tell him that he'd better not rob us again or I'd bloody kill him.
Sir, you've put me in a very awkward position here, because I do appear to have found a motive for Errol's murder. However, that motive belongs to you.
Finally, you did something right.
No, sir, this means you're still very much a suspect.
Well, obviously you're not going to say that to the detective since you're duty-bound to protect me. So, I don't know, tell him someone else had a motive. I'm sure you can make up some lie or another. You somehow convinced my family you were a decent butler when you were hired, so you're obviously extremely skilled at deception.
reached the offices of Clever Rules, home of the great detective Clever Rules. Speaking to you now is the great detective himself, Clever Rules.
Mr. Ruse?
Call me Clever.
Rather. I was wondering if you could provide me with more information.
Inquire away.
About the proof of sanity.
What do I look like, a mental health professional?
Well, I try best not to generalize about such things.
A good detective always generalizes. We'd never get anything done if we weren't willing to cut those intellectual corners. Bring to mind the things you associate with psychiatry. Oedipal complexes, incurring the wrath of Tom Cruise, life-stabilizing medications, and work backwards from there.
This was left by an activist of some sort. It appears to have been left here somewhere around the time our deceased friend arrived in the entrance hall. It seems that someone attempted to deliver a package around the time of the murder. I wonder if the delivery person saw anything. It appears to have one of those bloody QR codes on it that everyone seems to think people actually use. This one looks more like an owl to me. I've always thought this thing was a bit unsettling, but I'm also fairly certain that there should be two of them. Surely one of them didn't just get up and walk away, though, did it? And do I actually want an answer to this question? Ah, an extremely rare double-headed heifer.
Daffodils, those are for heroism. Daisies, they're for baking.
It would appear that the hedges are speaking, which seems unlikely, but would not be the most unusual thing I've seen round here.
I can't recall what rosemary's for. John.
Good morning. Beautiful day, isn't it? Could you step outside the hedge for a moment? I'd like to have a little chat with you, if I may.
I suppose it is a beautiful day at that. My mind's sort of wrapped up in my studies at the moment. What can I do for you?
You may have heard some commotion earlier. Nothing to be too concerned about. There's just been a murder.
Goodness!
Quite the opposite, in fact. In any event, I am endeavoring to discover precisely what happened, and I was wondering if you might offer some insight into... if you managed to see any of the events that took place inside the hall earlier today.
I'm afraid not, Mr. Willikins. My duties do keep me pretty well occupied inside this maze.
I suspected as much.
However,
you say?
However, I did hear a delivery truck pull up around that time. I don't know if that's at all relevant.
It may actually be. Thank you, miss. You've been a tremendous help. A hedge maze, is it? Wonderful work you're doing here.
I'm just doing as the times instruct me to, sir. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get back to it.
I've another question about the murder, specifically. Some way of providing proof of Master Nick's sanity.
Well, the proof's in the pudding, right? Isn't that what they say?
It is a thing that some people say, yes?
I'm afraid I may not be your best source for sanity, Mr. Willikins. But good luck with that.
That's exactly what Master Nick said. I've another question about the murder, specifically the murder weapon. You obviously deal with a number of rather lethal implements in your duties here. Could one of them have made a hole about 20 centimeters in diameter in a man's torso?
Nothing like that in here, Mr. Willikins. That sounds like a railroad spike or some such. But I know Master Nick cancelled the railroad maze and sent that crew home months ago.
Ah, yes, I'd almost forgotten about the railroad maze.
Lime blossom, there's a randy fellow.
Neither rain, nor snow, nor glom of knit will keep me from fetching Master Nick's very important hardware store circulars.
Azaleas, that's for good luck in the coming fiscal year.
It's called the Hedge Maze of Doom for a reason. I dare not venture any further.
Begonias, that's for if you can't find a good rhyme for Abe Vigoda. Marigolds, that's for gems. Like kind of fruit in.
There's nothing particularly special about this one either, except that this one is a vase. Just a vase, nothing special about it.
Willikins, stay out of there. That area is off limits to you. Willikins, stay out of there. That area is off limits to you.
Hello.
Hello. I see you visited our home recently, and I was hoping you wouldn't mind answering a question or two for me.
Before you ask your questions, I have a question for you. How many chlorofluorocarbons is an acceptable number of chlorofluorocarbons?
The seasoning you get when you order a Chinese?
No, that's monosodium glutamate. Also bad. You mortals are so woefully ignorant about this planet and its precious resources. The answer, by the way, was none. None chlorofluorocarbons. Ha 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 ha.
Wait. Mortals? Are you not a mortal?
No, I'm a vampire. Can't you tell? Bleh.
I thought it might be rude to assume.
Listen, I could potentially live for eternity, and I'd rather not do it on a world choked with styrofoam Big Mac containers and plastic shopping bags.
I believe we call those, respectively, polystyrene and polyethylene.
I don't care what you call them. Just stop throwing them into the ocean.
So this is why you came to our home this morning, to lecture us about going green?
Correct. I hate going out during the day for obvious reasons, but my car runs on clean solar energy. Such irony is the story of my life. Or unlife, if you prefer.
I most certainly do not. Now, as much as I'd love to continue this conversation into eternity, I shall come to the point. Did you happen to witness, or I suppose cause, the murder that took place here earlier?
Certainly not. Decomposing corpses are the absolute worst greenhouse gas emitters. Had I encountered one, I would have done everything in my power to get it on ice, because...
Yes, very well. I've heard all I need, thank you.
I could come by again with some literature. Printed on recycled paper, of course.
Thank you, good day.
Welcome to Stuff Bringers Intercontinental, a division of Ed Arnold Industries, a subsidiary of Corpco International LLC. If you're calling to inquire about a delivery, please say the 64-digit tracking number now.
613.
Or, if you'd prefer to speak to an operator, simply say, operator.
Oh, thank heavens. Operator.
I heard you say, operator. Is this correct?
Yes.
Please hold. An operator will be with you shortly.
Well, I was walking o'er the hill, I heard a wail, 'twas mighty shrill, a weeping maid by the twin pine small, heard her sob, I saw her sob. You know what it is on, break the sucker to the breaking dawn, put my love at your skull, y'all, just like this, 6 verses in your hand, pop, pop, pop.
Stuff Bringers Intercontinental, this is Deirdre, how may I help you?
Hello, miss. I don't mean to trouble you, but we've had a rather unfortunate incident here at Nick Hall, and I was hoping I might speak with a delivery driver of yours who came by earlier today.
Do you have the delivery slip that the driver left behind?
I have, yes.
And could you describe to me the animal that the QR code on the slip most closely resembles?
Antelope?
Do you mean an antelope, sir? That's not the right answer, but also you're not saying that correctly at all.
An owl. Definitely an owl.
Good, good. Right, now then, what is your postcode?
Pardon?
It's an alphanumeric code that designates your delivery zone. It's printed on every post box in the Commonwealth, sir.
I'm afraid I don't know that.
Well, sir, unfortunately I shall need to terminate this call. Please feel free to call again when you have even the most basic of information required of you. Good day.
Sir, I must insist that you allow me to look under your bed.
Willikins, I've decided to try being indecisive. I always wanted to be a logical paradox.
Really, sir? Is that what you've always wanted to be today?
And so, in answer to the question, may I look under the bed, I say to you, I don't know.
You don't know?
That's right.
Sir, you realize I'm doing all of this to exonerate you of the rather serious murder charges that are currently hanging over you.
Then you better help me make up my mind quickly, hadn't you?
Very well. Yes, I may look under your bed.
Not good enough. I need you to introduce some kind of random element. A device of some sort that will make the decision for me in a satisfyingly unpredictable fashion.
Sir, you're just needlessly complicating things at this point.
Oh, you always say that. Now off you go.
Sir, I've determined who had the most likely motive to murder poor Errol, and I'm afraid it doesn't look too good for you.
How's that?
Well, sir, you told me directly that you wanted to kill him.
Right.
And now he's dead.
I'm not following.
The authorities are likely to believe that you committed this heinous crime, sir.
I don't see how that's my problem.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
Well, you can stay out of there. That area is off limits to you.
This is the head-shrinking doctor. How may I assist you?
I beg your pardon, I was trying to reach a Dr. Gesund.
Ja, speaking. Dr. Gesund at your service.
In England?
Terribly sorry about that. I've been brushing up on my German accent, you know. Seems I'm taken much more seriously when people believe I'm German for some reason. How may I help you?
Good morning. I'm the butler/valet/footman/cook/chauffeur at Nick Hall, and due to a series of circumstances too lengthy and complicated to get into at the moment, I require some kind of certified proof that Master Nick is, in fact, sane. Legally speaking.
Nick of Nick Hall, is it? Well, I can't give that information to the likes of you, of course.
Ah, yes, medical ethics.
What? No, because you're a lowly servant. However, as it happens, I issued just such a certificate to the patient's only surviving relative.
Right, thank you. Master Nick believes this is a TARDIS. A vast improvement over that time he believed it was a Portaloo. It's just a jumble of numbers and letters which apparently communicate some vital piece of information to the Royal Mail. It says 00D4L4Y.
Welcome to Stuff Bringers Intercontinental. Do you have the delivery slip that the driver left behind?
I have, yes.
And could you describe to me the animal that the QR code on the slip most closely resembles?
An owl. Definitely an owl.
Good, good. Right, now then, what is your postcode?
Of course. Our postcode is 00D4L4Y.
Good, good. Now then, I'll need the name of two of any of the recipient's direct ancestors.
Well, there's good great Aunt Petunia who lives downstairs.
Right, that's one.
Charlemagne?
No, sir.
I'm certain I saw on QI that every British person is a descendant of Charlemagne.
If that's the case, sir, it's hardly a good security question now, is it?
Lady Beatrice. Her painted likeness smiles upon me every time I pass through our dining room.
Excellent, sir. That was all I required.
Oh, really? Only that?
I shall now connect you to the delivery driver you're trying to reach. Please hold.
Very well.
Stuff Bringers Intercontinental, this is Deirdre. How may I help you?
Oh, no. Hello again, Deirdre. I thought I was to be connected to the delivery driver.
Yes, speaking. A lady can drive a truck and answer phones, you know.
I suppose you truly can have it all, then. Listen, there was a rather unpleasant incident here at the hall this morning, and I was wondering if you'd seen anything untoward during your visit.
You mean the murder?
Yes, that is exactly what I mean.
As it happens, I did see the incident, yes, sir. However, in order to provide you with further details, I shall need you to fill out Inquiry Form 6B and speak with my manager. I'm just fooling with you, sir. What, do you need me to call the police and promise to report what I saw as an official witness?
That would be wonderful, yes, thank you. And if it's not too much trouble, could you tell me what you saw first?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you, sir. Goodbye!
These clothes have been freshly laundered, but now they're affixed to the floor with sock glue. These, if I am not very much mistaken, appear to be made for walking. That's not a drawer, it's just painted on. I regularly have to assure Master Nick that a boogied man does not, in fact, reside inside this wardrobe. No sign of Narnia or any other hidden magical kingdom, I'm afraid. Or is there? This seems impractical. I'm honestly not sure if Master Nick has found a dog food that strongly resembles diamonds, or if he's trained his mangy little dog to actually eat diamonds. Neither would surprise me.
Willikins, stay out of there. That area is off limits to you.
Sir, it may please you to know that a lady from a delivery service of some kind has agreed to serve as a material witness in the forthcoming murder investigation.
Why on earth would you think that would please me? You clearly don't know anything about the sort of things that please me. Like ice lollies and boiled sweets.
How very English of you, sir.
Yeah, so I thought so.
Sir, I must insist that you allow me to look under your bed.
Willikins, I've decided to try being indecisive. I always wanted to be a logical paradox.
Really, sir? Is that what you've always wanted to be today?
And so, in answer to the question, may I look under the bed, I say to you, I don't know.
You don't know?
That's right.
Sir, you realize I'm doing all of this to exonerate you of the rather serious murder charges that are currently hanging over you.
Then you better help me make up my mind quickly, hadn't you?
Very well. Yes, I may look under your bed.
Not good enough. I need you to introduce some kind of random element. A device of some sort that will make the decision for me in a satisfyingly unpredictable fashion.
Sir, you're just needlessly complicating things at this point.
Oh, you always say that. Now off you go.
Here, sir.
I suppose you want me to flip this coin to help me decide if you may look under my bed.
Yes, sir, if it's not too much trouble.
It is a great deal of trouble, but if it'll shut you up about...
About clearing you of the murder charges?
Right. That. All right, I'm flipping the coin, Willikins. Call it.
Heads, sir.
Sorry, it's tails.
Are you quite sure about that, sir?
Yes, quite.
Only that coin?
It's tails, Willikins. Just like my second favourite Sonic the Hedgehog character and my fourth favourite part of most animals. Which means you lose. You don't get the thing you want. What thing was that again?
I most emphatically did not want to look under your bed, sir.
Well then, the coin has spoken. You get under that bed at once.
Very good, sir.
Willikins, what are you doing out there?
I was just picking up this object under your bed.
Yes, of course. Only, could you not do that?
Sir?
That is to say, could you go and wait in the dressing room for a moment first? As a good chap.
Sir, I must say, this isn't making you appear to be less guilty.
Just go in there and wait until I give the all clear. Then I promise you can have whatever rubbish you find under there.
Very good, sir. Well, I can't be absolutely certain, but I believe the plumbing has backed up again. And there's only one place the excess water can go in this house when that happens.
Okay, it's safe.
This is most definitely not what was here a moment ago. I doubt it's the murder weapon. No. Well, I don't think this is the actual murder weapon, but I might as well take it. Stolen from the woolly mammoth in the British Museum. It was quite fun strapping these to the roof of our Mini, I can assure you. Miss Petunia has threatened castration if I so much as go near her cuppa. I assume she means me, but I'd rather not find out, to be honest. Dry. A wretched wine of scum and possibly also grapes, though I can't be completely certain of this. We used to store this on a top shelf, but it kept rolling down and hitting Master Nick on the head, concussing all manner of alternate personalities into him. This would be tree number 36, I believe. I finally convinced Master Nick that the Victorian practice of decorating with working candles was, to put it mildly, unsafe. A gift from our neighbor who claims to be in the sanitation industry. Yes, we have Amazon here as well. only it's Amazon.uk instead of .com. This is just one of the many differences between English and American cultures. See if you can spot some more. Technically, this is the sequel, Mannequin 2 on the Move. The original was, as is so often true, far superior. Much as I'd like to crawl into my subterranean hole and hide from all this, it would appear to be flooded. Look, kids, Big Ben, Parliament. That detective fellow gave me this. It's meant to track my progress in gathering the 4 elements that can exonerate Master Nick. Motive, murder weapon, proof of sanity, and a witness. As of now, I've managed to locate a witness, a motive. Step by step, heart to heart. Master Nick threw this and said, "Fetch, Willikins," but neither the dog nor I were sure which of us he meant, so it's remained under the bed ever since. I'd be concerned about these if I thought Master Nick had even the remotest concept of what any of it actually meant.
Breakfast.
Master Nick believes this is a TARDIS. A vast improvement over that time he believed it was a Portaloo.
That's for someone else to pronounce, blimey. Columbine, that's too soon.
Would you please come out again so I can speak with you?
What can I do for you? Forget-me-nots, those are for... Oh, Rosemary's for remembrance. Germaniums, I believe, are radioactive. Tulips off the tiptoeing, obviously.
How would that even work? I'll just draw myself a straight path to the center of the maze. And that's center and not center, obviously.
What's this then?
Just some amendments to your ever-expanding hedge maze project, sir.
I don't remember signing off on these.
No, sir, you're signing off on them now.
Am I? Oh, it would appear that I am. Well spotted, Willikins.
Indeed, sir.
Violets after dinner parties, and they're not blue, they're bloody violet.
Would you please come out again so I can speak with you?
What can I do for you?
Good morning. I have some revisions from his lordship. And I do hope you don't see this as a rejection of the fine work you've done here thus far.
Well, this seems a bit more direct than his lordship's other suggestions, but this is clearly his signature, so off I go then.
Oh my. Good heavens, the girl's a natural.
There we are, precisely to his lordship's specifications.
These controls won't do much of anything until the satellite dish is repaired. Now, if only I could determine what's wrong with the thing. Who knew so much of this job would involve having to plug things in? It's called the Hedge Maze of Doom for a reason. I dare not venture any further. Now that I know this number reaches Master Nick, there's no point. I could just walk into the next room and speak directly to him. If it's all the same, I'd rather not put myself through that again.
You've reached the offices of Clever Ruse, home of the great detective Clever Ruse. Speaking to you now is the great detective himself, Clever Ruse.
Mr. Ruse?
Call me Clever.
Rather. I was wondering if you could provide me with more information.
Inquire away.
About the murder weapon.
It's you that's supposed to be providing this information to me, not the other way around, boy.
I'm in my 60s.
It's quite likely the item in question is still there in the hall someplace. Have a look round in all the most likely hidey holes, and you'll probably find the murder weapon.
There! We've gathered the 5 components for the Professor's machine from the 5 corners of the globe. Now we can finally stop Baron Malevolent!
Meow!
What is it, Astro Cat?
Meow!
Oh no! A deadly dick bat!
Hey kids, join the Sarcasters. You get all this cool stuff, including a nifty decoder ring. It's easy and it's fun.
Well, good. Now I can order myself a collectible keepsake from that children's cartoon. God, I hope none of my classmates from Cambridge can see what I've made of my life. It has come to my attention that you have the official certification of Master Nick's sanity. In order to exonerate his lordship, I shall require this paperwork at once.
I shall require a sensual back rub, but I don't see no Fabio here to deliver me one. Stop wasting my time, you less interesting lurch.
Just hurry up and get through this, Willikins. It's for the greater good. Just lie back and think of England. Good morning, beautiful.
Oh, beautiful, is it?
That, and so much more. I scarcely have the words to fully quantify your loveliness, my dear.
Well, perhaps you'd have learned them if you hadn't gone to bloody Cambridge.
Indeed. So, my lovely, would it be too out of line to request a very small favour from the most stunningly gorgeous creature I've ever laid eyes on?
Oh, well, I suppose not. But you'll have to do something for me.
Name it, and it's yours. Anything for you.
Oh, give us a little turn round.
I beg your pardon?
Just give us a good look at the whole package, if you gets my meaning. Nice and slow.
Very well.
Ooh, delightful. That one's going in the old WB, I can assure you.
WB, Mum?
The second word is bank. First word rhymes with that. Now let's see. I hid that paper some time ago for young Nick's own protection, and I wrote down where I hid it on this paper. Here you are, dear.
This appears to be in some sort of code.
Yes, that's right. I used a decoder ring I got from an American cartoon show I rather fancy. Unfortunately, I lost that ring, so you'll have to get another. But that shouldn't be too difficult for the likes of you.
I wouldn't have expected you to be a fan of American cartoon programs, miss.
What you don't know about me could fill a bloody town, boy. Now bugger off. I'm done with you now, and I've important business to attend to here.
Welcome to Sarkasteer's Central, home of Dottie Patrol and our exciting one-of-a-kind decoder ring.
Didn't I speak with you earlier today?
Not unless you dialed 999. Wait, is that Willikins? Hello again, this is Beryl.
Are you the only telephone operator in England?
It feels that way sometimes, doesn't it?
Rather. Now then, I'd like to order...
A decoder ring? I guessed it was that, since that's the only thing we sell here. According to our records, we already sent one of those to a Petunia of Nick Hall some time ago. Were you looking for a free replacement to be sent to the same address?
Yes, that would work nicely, thank you.
Righto. We'll get that in the post via the fastest means we have available.
No need. I'm certain it'll be in our post box by the time I make it all the way out there. Master Nick insisted that we spare the postman the strain of having to walk all the way up to the hall. Clearly this isn't a concern when it comes to the likes of me, however. Anyway, thanks. Goodbye. Ah, this would appear to be the all-important decoder ring, upon which my entire day now hinges, for some inexplicable reason. The note says that Master Nick's sanity certificate is in the library portion of his drawing room, inside the book, The Lion, the Witch, and the Very Big Fish. Ah, finally, official documentation of Master Nick's sanity. Despite all empirical evidence to the contrary, Master Nick would appear to be legally sane. That detective fellow gave me this. It's meant to track my progress in gathering the 4 elements that can exonerate Master Nick. Motive, murder weapon, proof of sanity, and a witness. As of now, I've managed to locate certification of Nick's sanity, a witness, a motive.
Did you get me some cotton candy?
They were all out of candy, so I picked you this cotton.
Finally, I can get my cotton gin started.
You can't bring gin in here. They confiscated all the bottles with the triple access.
Here's my favorite Vin Diesel.
You can't bring diesel in here either. This amusement park only uses natural gas.
That doesn't sound very amusing.
That's the park's job.
Did you say park the tetrapod?
You can't park that tetrapod here either.
I thought the parking was in the rear.
Is that where they get all the natural gas?
That wasn't very amusing either.
This seems to make about as much sense as anything else from Tordovia. I can't reach it from here. I managed to retrieve the line before that rodent gnawed completely through it. That little blight is going to be trouble. This may be the first time in all my years of working here that I've used poison as a verb, and not in the way I'd always imagined it either. That dead rat won't even be in the top 10 smelliest things I've had to deal with down there, sadly. The diameter of the gnome's pointy cap would seem to match the diameter of the wound on our foyer corpse. I believe I may indeed have obtained the murder weapon. After a considerable fashion. That's all 4 of Cleveroose's rather condescending puzzle pieces found. I suppose I should phone him now and be condescended to further.
you've reached Clever Ruse.
Yes, hello, this is Willikins the Butler, from Nick Hall.
Yes? You must be very proud.
We spoke earlier at length. You came here and told me what evidence I'd need to present in order to solve the murder that took place earlier today.
Oh, yes, of course. You've located that evidence, then.
More or less, yes.
And said evidence exonerates your lord and master?
As far as you know, yes.
Excellent. I shall be there momentarily. Meet me at the scene of the crime.
Very good. Obviously, some of this evidence paints Master Nick in a, shall we say, less than innocent light. But I think I can accidentally omit those details when presenting it to Mr. Roos.
Excellent work, chap. Top notch. Couldn't have done it better myself.
You didn't.
Yes, but now comes the most important bit. Assembling this data into an official Clever Ruse information packet for easy consumption, processing, and adaptation into various forms of highly lucrative media.
So you're going to take the hard work I've done, scrawl your name at the top, and take credit for the whole thing.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
Is it? Explain it to me, then.
No time for that. I've an important call to make. I shall be in this adjoining room here, not to be disturbed.
Who does he think he is, ordering me about like that?
That's my job!
Off I go! What was that code we'd agreed upon for when someone we don't want hanging about is hanging about? Well, I can't remember it either. That's why I asked you. Don't forget it. The point is, someone is in the room now, and I can't say anything. Yes, I have all the evidence that clears Lord Nick's name. No, I didn't need to lift a finger. I convinced the idiot Butler to do it for me. He's quite the idiot, and also extremely ugly.
Well, that's just hurtful.
And get this, he actually believed I was affiliated with law enforcement. Didn't ask to see a single credential. Ugly idiot. Of course I'm going to bug it down the loo. What better way to destroy the evidence, assuring his inevitable execution, and then I shall have unfettered access to those bearer bonds. No, I don't know what they are, but I know they're valuable. Something to do with the war, I think. Anyway, that's my sinister plan. But look at me dominating the conversation. How have you been? I see. Yes. Oh, and how is Uncle Alfie? Still dead, then?
Good heavens, I must call emergency services immediately.
Emergency services, how may I direct your call?
I've urgent business to discuss and... Hang on, you're not the girl I spoke with earlier.
Oh, well spotted, sir. I can see from our display that you're calling from a rather posh mansion, so you may not comprehend this. But working folk are entitled to a day off once in a while. We are, despite the way you lot treat us, human.
Yes, of course. As the personal servant to a rather difficult master,
Are you taking the piss, sir?
I beg your pardon?
We ain't servants. We've no use for that archaic class-based nonsense here. Now, what was it that you wanted?
I must speak with Detective Inspector Bobby at once.
A servant speak to an inspector? Not on my watch, sir. D.I. Bobby is much too busy to waste her time on the likes of you.
Really, this is rather urgent.
Well, if it's so bloody urgent, I'm sure your master will have no trouble phoning back.
Well, that was a real roller coaster of class politics. Suppose I'll have to convince Master Nick to phone for the inspector. They won't talk to me since I'm only a servant, and if it's all the same, I'd rather not subject myself to more than my standard level of abuse.
Oi, Willikins, you're not sneaking off into my dressing room to be abused by someone else, are you? Because that's my job, you gormless pillock.
Which is obviously quite a high level of abuse, all things considered. Rise and shine, sir. You've an urgent phone call to make so that we may finally put this whole messy affair behind us. Sir, are you in there? Master Nick, hello?
Willikins, why would you think I'd be in bed? I'm in the kitchen. Butter yourself down here at once.
Master Nick, hello?
Willikins, why would you think I'd be in bed? I'm in the kitchen. Butter yourself down here at once. Willikins, where the hell have you been?
I was about to ask you the same question, sir. Although I may not have phrased it quite so aggressively, depending on how I was feeling at the moment.
I was lying in my bed wondering why I was feeling so bloody peckish when I realized you never actually fed me today. So, at considerable risk to my person, I came down here to see if we were somehow out of food. Not only did I discover that we were not, which therefore means you're just as lazy as I always suspected you to be, but I also found the hole in a state that I can only describe as a complete disaster.
Yes, sir. Only I have been devoting considerable time and energy to clearing you of these murder charges. And to that end, I need you to phone the police at, as you would say, Wumps.
Ah, no you don't. I'm not lifting a bloody finger for you until you answer for this mess. Starting with this room here, the food laboratory?
The kitchen, sir.
Right, that thing. Now, I know you were down here at least twice today, and as far as I can tell, you just sort of wandered away without preparing me any food. Why did you do that? Where's my food? And most importantly, why did you do that?
As it happens, sir, that was when I overheard the murder occurring in our foyer, so I went to investigate.
Oh, you went to investigate, did you? Like you're some bloody great detective who isn't a complete pillock. Honestly, you're so thick, and not in the American sense of having a desirable bottom.
Much to my continued embarrassment, your good great-aunt Petunia would beg to differ, sir.
Nevertheless, this is an unacceptable response. Try again.
Because I'm a rubbish butler?
Go on.
Who is terrible at everything?
Correct! Now to the wine cellar for further admonishments.
Oh, good.
Now then, I very generously granted you this personal living space when you wouldn't stop grumbling about sharing a kennel with my little dog Willikins.
Extremely generous of you, yes, sir.
And now I see that you converted it to a bloody swimming hole. We're not zoned for that, Willikins. Explain yourself.
Well, sir, technically you filled my living space with water when you rather suspiciously flushed the murder weapon down the loo.
Don't you try to turn this around on me. Your job, if you could even be bloody bothered to do it, is to anticipate my actions. You should have had a plan for this eventuality, Willikins, like Batman.
Sir, Batman is granted the luxury of prep time.
Enough of your excuses. I do not accept your explanation of this mess. Try again.
Because I'm literally the most worthless, thick-headed soul to ever draw breath.
Got it in one. Or possibly two. I can't be asked to count. Right, now it's on to the front garden.
Sir, this all seems a bit needlessly complicated.
It would seem that way to you, wouldn't it? And now we come to this. You do realise that is meant to be a hedge maze of doom, don't you, Willikins? Only now there's this obvious gaping hole in the thing that any idiot could easily escape from. Possibly even you.
Sir, you actually approved these changes yourself. I have your signature on this document.
Oh, I just bet you do. You've a bloody answer for everything. Next you'll be telling me that my mate Errol is dead just because his dead body is lying in the entrance hall.
Sorry, sir, but your point eludes me.
No surprise there. The point, Willikins, is that you can prove anything with evidence.
Touché, sir.
What have I told you about speaking French in my house?
Technically, sir, we're not in the house.
I've had it with your excuses, and we're not moving from this spot until you explain why my hedge maze is ruined.
Because I'm a jerk, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir. A complete knee-biter.
There, that wasn't so hard now, was it?
Humiliating myself 3 times in a row? No, sir, that's just a typical day here at Nick Hall.
Too right. Now, what pointless thing was it that you wanted me to do?
I need you to phone the police, sir. It turns out that clever Roos fellow was attempting to scam us.
What, like in that movie where that bloke's head exploded?
No, sir, that's scanners.
What, like the Hulk's secret identity?
No, sir, that's Bruce Banner.
What, that trolley little man what's always on Hollywood squares?
No, sir, that's Bruce Valanche.
What, like my 4th favourite flavour of Dorito?
I don't believe Dorito is spelled that way, sir, but no, that's Cool Ranch.
What, like when Marge Simpson had a mental breakdown?
No, sir, that's Rancho Relaxo.
Constable Bobby returned to Nick Hall, whereupon she was regaled with an accounting of the true events that unfolded that fateful morning.
There I was, sequestered in my chambers. Willikins had ruined my brekkie twice and was almost certainly about to muck it up again. I got bored waiting for his inevitable failure, so I ventured downstairs of my own renaissance.
Sir, don't you mean recognizance?
No. There I met Errol, who, in keeping with tradition, was stealing my newspaper to have a look at the page 4 girl.
Surely you mean the page 6 girl.
No! Unfortunately, before I could forthwith and heretofore arrive upon the scene in question, Willikins had got there first.
But, sir, I was clearly in the kitchen.
Not you, my little dog, Willikins.
You have a dog called Willikins. Doesn't that get confusing?
Not to me. Apparently, Errol was not expecting the presence of a personage of the canine persuasion and, startled, stumbled backwards, impaling himself on my commemorative garden schlam. Impaling himself fatally to death until he died. And since I didn't want the authorities taking my little dog away, I hid him up here. The end.
That all makes perfect sense, sir. But there's one thing.
Ah, no you don't. The murder is solved and I'm innocent. Don't you go all Columbo on me now.
It's a fair cop. Unfortunately, we shall now have to bring someone else in for questioning.
Ah, yes, the so-called detective, Clever Roos.
What? Who? Never heard of her. I meant the dog. You, my little murdering fellow, are coming with me.
Oh no!
Will Nick's dog be executed for murder? Was the vast majority of this game actually a pointless waste of everyone's time? And what of poor Errol?
Still dead.
I'm actually not sure why I'm asking these questions, because the story is over now. Roll credits!